finally realized that I'm not myself. I don't exist. I'm the fissure between the me that I want to be and the me that others have shaped me into. As someone brought up in Chinese culture, feeling the urgent sense of timing is never hard for me, because in our culture, everything seems to have a time frame. If you do those major tasks assigned to you within a certain time frame, you might feel secured. But if not, it would definitely raise eyebrows since you look weird and probably are considered a misfit who doesn't conform. It makes perfect sense though that in a highly competitive environment, the room for error is pretty low, since the system is designed for those who fit. If you do everything on the right timing, chances are you're gonna have a secure and stable life. What's pictured as the opposite of that, however, if you don't follow the time frame massively accepted by the crowd, is disgrace and failure. As a result, we've been constantly pushed by fear. The fear of being left behind, the fear of doing the exam twice, or the fear we didn't graduate from our uni on time. Since almost everybody plays by the rules, therefore, those rules must be good for us. But would they? I don't know if you ever had a feeling that you should feel guilty of what you really like and up to. One of my teachers back in high school said something like this straight away in front of the whole class. Those books you read outside textbooks are nothing but useless. Being a bookish person at that time and failing to exceed as a student, I then naturally felt guilty of reading anything other than textbooks, even though all I can do is pretend I'm committed to them, but actually I just can't. And then inadvertently turn to those useless stuffs, quote unquote. Do I really regret any of that now? Yes, I do. I wish I should have studied and thought more about literature, history, philosophy, than following the agenda of theirs. Because that's what I really am. And I don't think I changed essentially ever since I was in primary school. Had I done more reading and thinking in those fields, I would have had a more interesting and fulfilling life. But please note that for those who did nothing but told you that you should feel guilty of what you are, they would never live your life, not even for 1 second, for the simple reason that it is your life, not theirs. Actually, those who keep talking about time are those who really feel insecure, since they build their life in their own bubble, and gradually lose their ability to think of a life otherwise. Possibly it's also for this reason that they also feared being left alone, then facing the marrow of life on their own. Therefore, they need a crowd with them to prove that they are right. But no one realized that those judgmental people are not going to live the lives for them, nor are they going to die with them. Life and death are faced by every person alone. It is thereby one's own responsibility to face that and make their lives nothing but their own lives, as per their own timing and pace. Interestingly, the reason we have those timings in our life is because there is an agenda for each person, as if we're trying to figure out our own life's purposes by looking at our own shadows in a cave, as the Greek philosopher Plato suggested. To put it simply, we as humans are like people in a cave, facing a wall inside the cave with shadows on our body, while the real world is behind us with its fire and real shape and form. So everything we see on the wall is but an imitation of the real world. We're bound by the chains on us and being told constantly that what we see is the real world, hence a need to conform to its rules. If someone dare break free of the chains and walk out, he surely wouldn't follow the time frame according to the shadows, but has got a chance to see the real world. Then something within him might as well be inspired, letting him have the courage to face up the glittering light of the real world, dazzling as the world might be, though he will be forever barred from going back to the cave again.